Every day is a journey, so it's important to connect to yourself, to wake up your inner being and become one with the Most High, to set positive intentions every day, address the trauma that lies within, and to open your heart to new possibilities. Peace and love, family. Peace and love. I hope that I am finding you all in an amazing place today. I hope that you woke up this morning being intentional about how you are going to love yourself, how you're going to spend more time with you, how you're going to get to know who you are to the core, okay, to your core. If you're not in that place, I hope that you're listening to your mind, your body, and your spirit to get there. What's up? What's up? What's good, everybody? So I am back. I am back today. I've had a good day. I went and ran some errands, and for the most part, I'm just entertaining my 3-month-old baby in the midst of serving my purpose and serving the people. You hear me? I had a couple different topics on my head today, and I don't know how I'm gonna mesh them. I don't really know how I want to start it, but before we get into it, if you're feeling me, feeling the vibe here, do not hesitate to like, share, and subscribe. I would love to have you. Come on in this room. Come on in this room, okay? And come as you are, because on some days you might get Keela in a bonnet, whatever the case is. But like, share, and subscribe. So, anyways, and I'm on, like I tell on all my videos, I'm on my journey too. But I have decided to surrender to the process. My child rough me up. It looked like somebody just had me by the shirt. You hear me? Anyways, so since being on the path that I'm on now, I decided to surrender to this process. I decided to surrender to the unknown. I decided to walk by faith. I decided to fully allow God to control and guide my moves, okay? And the thing with operating off of purpose, and the thing with finding freedom, is having to get to a place of releasing control. Okay. And I think I made a TikTok about this the other day or was it today? I don't know. But I made a video about releasing control. Because in order to, wake up every day and intentionally choose yourself every day and intentionally have a relationship with the Most High God every day, you have to have strong faith, or you have to get to a place of having strong faith. You have to pray for strong faith, okay? Because when you're in the midst of something, when you have a goal set in mind, a lot of people think about the end goal and forget about the process, the journey within the process, okay? And you're going to get to the end. And it's good to envision it. It's good to, paint that picture. It's good to smell the atmosphere of what your end goal is. But you have to be present in the process. And that means surrendering to the process, no matter what that may look like. That means if you are redirected, you have to surrender to the redirection and understand that God decided to take you this way and not the way that you planned. And when you have a purpose in mind, or when you have a goal in mind that you are setting for yourself, it's good to have, an outline of how you may want to get there. But you have to be open to the process of redirection. You have to be open to the process of sometimes you have to take a break within the process and do what's required of you within that moment. People aren't open to that part. People get an idea, a goal, or a purpose in mind, and they leave God out of it. They become so involved with flesh and ego that they don't listen to the Spirit of God within them telling them to go this way. No, listen, stop. Go this way. Because if you go this way, you're going to quit. If you go this way, you're going to become broke. If you go this way, negativity is going to consume you. If you go this way, you're going to lose confidence. If you go this way, you're going to go into it with the mindset that I'm trying to get you out of. So sometimes God wants us to take a detour because there's ways that he needs to groom us to get to this place of being able to receive the purpose that we're trying to get to. Because when we have this purpose that we're trying to go to, sometimes you can't go and make it and achieve this purpose or this goal being the person who you are in this current moment. Sometimes, or most of the time, it requires you to change some aspects of yourself. It requires you to heal inner wounds. It requires you to heal your relationship with money. It requires you to heal the relationship you have with your family, maybe. It requires you to forgive them. It's spiritual. So you cannot forget God as you are embarking on something way bigger than yourself. Because if you get there and you're the person who you was, or you not the person who you was, but if you got there and you decided not to change something about yourself or change things about yourself, then that purpose that you are obtaining will be temporary, most likely. It will be temporary. So you have to be willing to surrender to the process. You have to be willing to do the work in the midst of the process. And knowing that once you go through these challenges that God tests you with, that you're gaining more wisdom. It's going to set you up for once you get to the dead end of your purpose. Not even the end, because once you get to that place that you're seeking, there's going to be so much more. The journey never ends. It's levels. It's levels. So in the process, your faith has to become strong. Your faith, and I'm not telling you anything that I haven't went through, or anything that I'm not going through. Okay? What my family and I is doing in this moment of time is operating off of complete faith. We're making a whole transition, a whole move based off of faith. And even in the midst of a redirection, even in the midst of your dates or whatever it is not lining up, you have to know that it is for a reason. You have to know that whatever good is going to come of it. And sometimes I was reading somewhere where when you're praying for something and your prayers isn't answered in that moment or around that time that you're expecting your prayers to be answered, it's only a test to get you to deepen your faith. Okay? But sometimes when you have your mind set on something and then that something gets close and it doesn't happen, it's like you give up. You give up, and then you you lose faith in God, and you think that God isn't listening. But let me tell you, patience and faith is going to get you to where you need to be. Everything is a test. So when you walking up on an obstacle, you have 2 doors that you can go, maybe 3. But you have to make a choice. And that choice is going to determine the outcome. It always determines whatever the outcome is. So if you open the door to having no faith and you want to rush through the process, the outcome is going to be a temporary win. And right now you want something long term. You want something permanent. Okay? And I hope I'm making sense. But the goal is to surrender to the process. Surrender to the work that is required of you. Every time something doesn't happen the way that I imagined it to happen, I know that God is requiring something of me. And so I take those moments to connect. I take those moments to meditate, to fix me a spiritual bath, to journal, to ask the question, what is required of me? And I wait and I make space for God to get with me, and I make space to receive clarity. Okay. And then I always am thankful and showing gratitude for the circumstances that I am in. Okay. Despite if I'm feeling sad, despite if I'm feeling a bit upset with things not going my way. Being blessed that there was a redirection, because what is not meant to be, it would not be. And knowing that once that day come, or once you reach that goal, that it's going to be everything you want plus more. So I know that I've been waking up every day doing the work. And I know in this waiting season that things are required of me. And I'm willing. I've been doing the work. I wake up every day doing the work because I saw where God is taking me. I saw where God is taking me and my family. Okay? And you have to keep that in mind. And I don't know the road that God is taking me on. I'm only being guided. I'm not moving unless God tells me to move. But I know what the achievement is. I know what the end goal is. I know the destination in which I'm going. I've seen it. I envisioned this. I smell the atmosphere of where we're going. I put myself there every day. And I ask myself, or I ask God every day, what is required of me? Faith. If you're a biblical person, get into Matthew. Read about Jesus, okay? I had a whole situation with my relationship with Jesus. You know, as I was finding myself spiritually, I got to a place where I could no longer go off of people just telling me to love Jesus, like, you know, or to believe in Jesus. I needed to see for myself. So I said, God, direct me to a place in the Bible where I can get to know Jesus for myself. Okay. So if you want to know what having faith looks like, and you want to know what operating in truth looks like, operating in your light looks like, God told me to start in John. So I read John, and then after that, I went to Matthew. So if you need a boost or a push in an outline or a blueprint, the Bible in most places or most spaces in, you know, the books is a blueprint, basically. It's a blueprint. It really changed my perspective on a lot of things. Now, like I said, I ain't religious, but I do love God, okay? I do. So, yes, this was just a quick video, because I had to get on here a little late. Surrender to the process. Okay, if you have something that you are trying to achieve, do not do it without God. Okay? If you are being redirected, consult with God. It's okay to ask questions. People teach us, don't question God. People say, don't ask, baby, ask God for clarity. Okay? Stop believing. Like, that's why you need your own relationship with God. That's why you need to connect your spirit to God's. Okay? Because you will no longer look at things from what people just told you to do. Because a lot of times people out here telling you what not to do, they don't even know why they ain't doing it. Okay? Connect your spirit with God. And it's okay to be like, God, well, if this wasn't the way that it was supposed to be, then what do I need to do? You have to have a relationship. You have to consult with God. You have to talk with God. Okay? You have to. I'm going to leave it at that. Like I said yesterday, I hope this video made sense. I just really had to get it off of my chest about surrendering. It's not enough people trusting God, trusting God. And another thing, you can love God, but you can also not trust God. And a lot of people is skating that line, okay? There's a lot of people operating off of a little bit of faith for God, but then a whole bunch of fear over here, okay? You have to pick one. You can't have one foot in faith and the other foot in fear. You can't have one foot in trusting God and the other foot in, I'm going to operate off of flesh, okay? You have to pick a side. You have to pick a side. Please pick a side. Pick faith. Pick faith. Don't worry about what people gonna say. They might call you delusional. Okay? But I guarantee you, give yourself some time and you're gonna get to where you're going. And you're gonna get there in a peaceful place. You're gonna get there with the abundance of inner peace. You're gonna get there. But see, you have to take all those detours that God is gonna have you take in order to get to that place of peace. God don't want you going nowhere and you so consumed. He don't want you to get to your purpose and you're consumed with trauma. You're consumed with negativity. You're consumed with judging people. You're consumed with toxicity. Okay, and you're consumed with lies. God don't want you to get to your purpose and operate in your purpose like that. So you ain't gonna go there in no straight line. You're not gonna get there. It's not gonna happen. You're not gonna take that easy straightaway road without inner work. And that's what those detours that God's gonna require you to take. He's gonna be working with you innerly. He's gonna be helping you get your heart together. Because if you're doing anything out of purpose, you cannot go with a deceitful heart. You cannot go being fear-based. You cannot go not trusting God, okay? You got a lot of people that's claiming that they're at their purpose and they're not operating from a clean heart. And I guarantee you, it's temporary where they are. Not saying that they're going to lose it, but God's still nudging them to get themselves together, okay? So surrender to the process, because where God is taking you, it's going to be permanent. And I'm down for the ride. You hear me? Call me what you want. Call me what you want. Anyways, I hope this video resonated. If it did or if it didn't, don't hesitate to like, share, and subscribe. Check out my website, journeyofabutterfly.net, journeyofabutterfly.net. I have my blogs on there. I have more about me. You can check out my self-love bracelets. Purchase one. And yes, so go have an amazing evening. Tomorrow's a new day. Wake up with your positive intention set, okay? Go be love, go be light, go be peace, so that you may receive love, light, peace. Peace.